Population problems. Population has at last made the grade and emerged as a universal problem. Unfortunately, most of those who speak or write about it persist in thinking of it in terms of a race between human numbers and world resources, especially of food, a kind of competition between production and reproduction. Certainly, the statistics churned out are important, revealing that indeed there is population explosion. But the level explosion is a 20th century phenomenon, due primarily to the spectacular developments in medicine and hygiene. This has drastically cut down death rates without any corresponding reduction in birth rates. Death control without birth control. World population, we are told, has more than doubled since 1900 and was well over 6.1 billion by the magical year 2000. The population explosion has brought us up against a number of tough ecological facts. Man is at last pressing hard on his special environment. There is little way left for his colonization of new areas of the world's surface. What are people for? Surely people do not exist just to provide bomb fodder for an atomic bonfire or religious fodder for rival religious sects or cannon fodder for rival national armies or rival political parties or even consumer fodder for profit marking systems. It cannot be their aim just to eat, drink, and be merry and to hell with posterity, nor live out their undernourished lives in some squalid Asian or African village. Man's dominant aim must be to increase quality of human personality, of achievement, of inner experience, quality to life, and of living in journal. Fulfillment is probably the embracing world. More fulfillment, more satisfaction, and less frustration for more Homo sapiens. Man wants more varied and fuller achievement in society as opposed to drabness and shrinkages. We want more knowledge and more interest as against ignorance and apathy. Then we would know that the special environment is not as small as we think. Communication. If our thought is to be clear and we are to succeed in communicating it to other people, we must have some method of fixing the meaning of the words we use. When we use a word whose meaning is not certain, we may well be asked to define it. There is a useful traditional device for doing this by indicating the class to which it belongs and also the particular property which distinguishes it from all other members of the same class. Thus, we may define a whale as a marine animal that spouts. Marine animal. In this definition indicates the journal class to which the whale belongs, and spouts indicate the particular property that distinguish whales from other such marine animals as fish, seals, jellyfish, and lobsters. In the same way, we can define an even number as a finite integer divisible by 2, or democracy as a system of government in which the people themselves rule. There are other ways, of course, of indicating the meaning of words. We may, for example, find it hard to make a suitable definition of the word animal. We say that an animal is such a thing as a rabbit, dog, fish, or goat. Similarly, we may say that religion is such a system as Christianity, Islam, Judaism, and Buddhism. This way of indicating the meaning of a term by enumerating examples of what it includes is obviously of limited usefulness. If we indicated our use of the word animal as above, our hearers might, for example, be doubtful whether a sea anemone or a slug was to be included in the class of animals. It is, however, a useful way of supplementing a definition if the definition itself is definite without being easily understandable. Failure of an attempt at definition to serve its purpose may result from giving a distinguishing mark which either does not belong to all the things the definition is intended to include, or does belong to some members of the same journal class which the definition is intended to exclude.